Once upon a time, in a distant land, there was a kind-hearted girl named Cinderella. She lived with her father, who loved her dearly, but she lost him at a young age. After her father's death, her mother remarried, but she too passed away soon after, leaving Cinderella in the care of her new stepmother. The stepmother was a cruel and domineering woman with two daughters from a previous marriage. She treated Cinderella as a servant, forcing her to do all the household chores while her stepsisters enjoyed comfort and luxury. Cinderella spent her days cleaning, washing clothes, and cooking while her stepsisters laughed and mocked her. Despite all of this, Cinderella never lost her kindness or hope. She always smiled and tried to find happiness in the small things around her. She would talk to the birds and animals in the garden as if they were her friends, making up for the cruelty of her family. One day, the prince of the kingdom announced a grand ball at the palace, inviting all the girls in the kingdom to attend so that he could choose a bride from among them. When Cinderella's stepmother heard the news, she ordered Cinderella to prepare for the ball, not to attend it, but to help her stepsisters get ready. Cinderella worked hard to prepare her stepsisters' clothes and get them ready for the ball. Her heart filled with sadness because she would not be able to go. When the time for the ball came, Cinderella timidly asked her stepmother for permission to go, but her stepmother laughed at her and mocked the idea that a servant girl like her could attend a royal ball. After the family left for the palace, Cinderella sat by the fireplace and began to cry. Suddenly, a beautiful woman, glowing with light, appeared before her. "Don't cry, dear," she said. "I'm here to help you. I am your fairy godmother, and I will make sure you go to the ball." With a wave of her magic wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's ragged dress into a sparkling gown of silk and gold and created a pair of glass slippers. She also turned a large pumpkin in the garden into a royal carriage, 6 mice into white horses, and a small dog into a coachman. Cinderella was amazed by the magical transformation and thanked the fairy godmother with all her heart. But the fairy godmother warned her, "Remember, Cinderella, you must return home before midnight, for the magic will end then, and everything will return to its original form." Cinderella went to the ball, and when she entered the palace, she caught everyone's attention with her beauty and grace. The prince couldn't take his eyes off her and soon asked her to dance. Cinderella danced with the prince all night, and everyone at the palace wondered about the identity of this beautiful girl. As time passed, Cinderella noticed that it was almost midnight. She remembered the fairy godmother's warning and hurriedly left the palace. The prince tried to follow her, but couldn't catch up. As she fled, one of her glass slippers fell on the palace steps. The next day, the prince ordered a search for the girl whose foot would fit the glass slipper. The palace men traveled all over the kingdom, trying to find the slipper's owner. Many girls tried on the slipper, but it didn't fit any of them. When they arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried on the slipper, but their big feet didn't fit. Cinderella asked to try it on, but her stepmother mocked her. However, the prince's men insisted that every girl in the house try the slipper. When Cinderella tried on the slipper, it fit perfectly. Once recognized by the prince's men as the girl they were looking for, Cinderella was taken to the palace. Her fairy godmother appeared again, transforming Cinderella's ragged clothes into a luxurious gown and restoring her to her rightful place as a princess. Cinderella married the prince, and they lived happily ever after. Meanwhile, her stepmother and stepsisters faced the consequences of their evil actions and were condemned to live in obscurity as their true nature was revealed to all. From that day forward, Cinderella became a symbol of hope and patience, teaching others that kindness and honesty are the true paths to happiness.